Hello everyone, this is Vortex. Welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy 1. I'm just sitting here trying to beat the heat today. I think today is our 7th or 8th day in a row where the temperature has been 100 degrees or better outside. My thermometer actually says it is 106 just outside of my door right now, so it's definitely another good day for me to sit inside with both the AC and the Nintendo DS cranked up because it's just too hot to go outside. Anyway, in our last episode of Let's Play Final Fantasy 1, we explored the first 3 floors of the Cavern of Earth. And on the 3rd floor, we ran into a blood-sucking vampire, the very one responsible for trashing out the town of Melmond. He quickly fell to the might of the Warriors of Light, though, and after defeating him, we raided his treasure box here, which contained a valuable star ruby. So let's go ahead and take a look at that star ruby in our key items menu list here. There it is right there. The star ruby is just an enormous red jewel. Wow, that's a nice find. I'll bet the Light Warriors could sell that off for a pretty penny. But maybe we'll find another use for that other than selling it off for Gil. And we should be able to do that here pretty soon. For now though, let's go ahead and take a quick trip up ahead and see what lies just beyond the vampire's chamber. So let's go through the back door here and head up to the north, west, and north again. And just up ahead here, there is a stone slab set in the floor, and an evil force seems to emanate from within. Uh-oh, that's not good. Something evil must lurk down below, but looks like we've reached a dead end for now though. That stone slab isn't going to lift up very easily. So it doesn't look like we're going to be able to go any deeper into the Cavern of Earth for now, so what do we do next? Well, we've actually got a couple of leads given to us by the villagers of Melmond. We did hear that there is supposedly a giant somewhere that likes to eat valuable gems, and we just nabbed one of those from the vampire's loot stash. We also heard about a wise man named Sada, and he apparently lives in a cave nearby. So what I'm going to do now is backtrack and make my way back outside of the Cavern of Earth. But before continuing any further though, I would like to make a return trip back to the village of Melmond and use all of the cash found from the monsters and treasure boxes here in the Cavern of Earth to purchase the knight's armor for my warrior Cloud. I believe that costs 36,000 gil, and I now have a little over 46,000 gil in my possession. I may also do a little bit of gil grinding on the way back outside as well, so that I can purchase some of the new level 5 magic spells for Lena and Vivi. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to return back to Melmond, and then I'll make my way back here to the entrance of the Earth Cavern, then we'll go from there. So after I take care of all of those errands, I'll meet you just outside of the Earth Cavern entrance. And hello again everyone. As promised, I have made my way outside of the Cavern of Earth, and I did return to Melmond, and I used all of my gil to purchase all of that stuff I wanted to get. First of all, I'll show you that I did get the knight's armor for Cloud. I'm going to replace his old iron armor there and put the knight's armor on him, and that will raise his defense 10 points. And of course it will take his evasion down 10 points because it is heavier. The knight's armor is armor crafted from steel plate. I also did fight some of those hill gigas in the Gigas Hall area of the first basement floor of the Cavern of Earth, and I did earn enough gil to purchase level 5 magic for both Lena and Vivi. As you can see, Lena now has the Kiraga spell, the Healara spell, and the life spell in her inventory, and it will be really handy to have life, so I won't have to worry so much about carrying a whole bunch of Phoenix Downs with me. And Vivi now has the Firaga spell, the Scourge spell, and the Slower spell in his inventory. Couldn't purchase Teleport for him because only a black wizard can use that. So for now though, I've got those spells on both Lena and Vivi, and they're in pretty good shape. All of my characters have leveled up to level 23, so I think I'm making some good progress here. So it is time now to see if we can find a giant that likes to eat gems and a wise man named Sada. So let's pull up our map here. We're currently located next to the entrance of the Cavern of Earth. What we want to do is head back up to the northwest across the Devil's Tail Peninsula, and then we will head to the west, and we should be able to find a cave right in through here, and we can make our way through that cave and then head down to the south and find another cave. So that looks like that's going to be our next destination, so let's head that way, shall we? All of these enemies on the overworld are becoming a lot easier now to defeat. Okay, let's turn to the west here. And I see another cave entrance. So let's head on in and see what lies in here. This is called the Giant's Cave. I wonder if a giant lives here. Yep, one sure does. There's a huge giant over there blocking the path. Think we can convince him to move? Only one way to find out. Let's go over here and talk to him. Hey, Mr. Giant, we're the Light Warriors. Would you please move and let us through? Hey, you don't have to growl at us. You have Star Ruby. Give me Star Ruby and I let you pass. Oh, you mean this 1 million gil gem? Sure, no problem. Here you go. Hey, he's starting to eat it. So this is the giant that likes to eat gems, huh? Well, he's just crunching and munching away. There goes tons of gil right down his stomach. Nothing tastier than rubies. And with that, he walks away satisfied. So that's how the giant will let us through. We have to give him the Star Ruby. If you came here before you got the Star Ruby, then he wouldn't let you pass. Did he just walk through that wall over there? I think he did. Must be nice to be able to do that. Well, before we go up that staircase to the north and back out the cave, let's dip down to the south here. I think I smell some treasure down here. And would you look at that? There is a treasure chamber. You know, I think the giant likes to keep wargwolves as pets because I keep running into them inside this cave. Alright, let's go inside this chamber to find 4 treasure chests just right for the opening. So let's go ahead and loot these 4 chests. Chest number 1 contains a great axe inside, and that's going to be a great new weapon for my warrior Cloud. I'm going to go ahead and replace his coral sword with the great axe and take his attack up 3 points to 33. His accuracy will also go down just a little bit. Treasure chest number 2 contains 620 gil. There's 450 gil inside chest number 3. And last, but certainly not least, we'll take a mithril helm out of chest number 4. And we'll go ahead and also equip that on Cloud. The mithril helm will take his defense up 1 point to 48 and his evasion up 2 points to 44. So some pretty nice treasure down here. Alright, let's make our way back up to the staircase. There's actually one more monster I'd like to find inside this cave before I leave. That wasn't it though, that was just a battle with an ogre chief and an ogre. Alright, here's the staircase, but before we go up the stairs and back outside, let me hunt that new monster real quick. Okay, here is the new monster I was looking for, the ferocious fanged feline called the Lesser Tiger. You can find them prowling around here in the Giant's Cave, and I think they're also available just outside between Melmond and the Earth Cavern as well. So it's good to finally find it to add it to the bestiary. They seem to be a little more rare than the other monsters, but pretty easy to defeat. The bestiary entry for the Lesser Tiger can be found at number 38 in your list, and if you're lucky, you'll get an X potion as a drop. And as a matter of fact, although I didn't show it, I did get an X potion from that Lesser Tiger that I fought, and the X potion will fully restore HP, so that's pretty nice. Alright, well let's go ahead and exit the cave here, back onto the other side. Now we have access to another cave that's located down to the south, so let's head that way. And there's the cave right there. Going inside this cave, we will find that this is the Sage's Cave. We heard about a sage that supposedly lived down here. Could this be Sada's cave? Well, let's find out. Now, if you go inside this room, you'll find nothing but pots inside. So let's head off a little further to the west. Anybody home? Well, here's a door, so let's go on up, and looks like a little makeshift room in here. And there we have what looks to be a wise man, so let's talk to him. Sure enough, this is the sage Sada. Sada says, "So, you are the ones who defeated the vampire, eh? But he was only a servant. The beast corrupting the earth crystal lurks far deeper within the cavern. Aha! Here, take this staff with you and use it behind the vampire's chamber." Oh, you mean on that stone slab back there? Well, we obtained the earth rod, folks. Apparently we can use that on the stone slab that we saw behind the vampire's chamber. The earth rod is a rod imbued with earth and nature. So what I'm going to do is make my way back to the Cavern of Earth, back down onto the 3rd basement floor, right next to that stone slab. And then I'll try to use that earth rod there and see if we can open a path deeper within to find the true evil down below. So I'll see you at the end of the 3rd basement floor, right next to the stone slab. And hello again, everyone. I've fought my way back down to the 3rd basement level of the Cavern of Earth. I'm located right next to the stone slab behind the vampire's chamber. Now that we have the earth rod in our possession, let's just use it to pry open this stone slab here. And doing so causes the stone slab to disappear, and a set of stairs are revealed underneath. So we can just take this set of stairs to descend even further into the depths of the Cavern of Earth. We are now on the 4th basement level. And this level is filled with lots of confusing winding corridors. But there are 2 treasure chambers available on this floor, and the first one I want to make my way to is up on the northern part of the level. So let's just start heading to the north from here. And we'll zigzag around here. Oh, okay, well, it looks like I'm going to get ambushed by 3 ghasts and a new enemy, the white, 5 of them. They're a little bit stronger than the ghasts, I believe. They do a little bit more damage. They're just annoying undead. So let's have Lena use the Diara spell, and let's have Vivi use the Fira spell on them. Looks like I need to heal up Vivi. He's down in the double digits. Diara works very well, and we get 275 experience and a little over 1100 gil, 1100 plus a penny it looks like. And we get a new entry to take a look at in the bestiary. Let's scroll down to number 43 to find the entry for the white. Only 52 HP, no treasure, weak to fire and dia. Okay, let's kind of zigzag around here. And there's our treasure chamber right there. And going inside, we will find a lone bat and 5 treasure chests. Alright. Well, all 4 of my characters leveled up to level 24 after that battle with 4 raids. Alright, let's approach this first chest from the south, and doing so will force us into a battle with another new enemy, an ogre mage, and it's also accompanied by an ogre chief and 2 hyenodons. So if you didn't take the time to find the hyenodons on the overworld, you can also find them here in the Cavern of Earth. The ogre mage can cast some spells. Looks like it can cast the dark spell, the hold spell, the blizzard spell, and even the blink spell. So maybe a good idea to equip the Rune Sword if you want to have fun doing some extra damage to it, since it is a spellcaster. But really though, I don't really think it's worth the effort, because we're going to defeat it pretty quickly. It only has 144 HP. And let's use the Blizzard spell on all 4 of them there as well. I'll bet Cloud's a little bit jealous of Locke, because Locke seems to be doing a lot more damage to the monsters than Cloud is doing. And Vivi's going to use the Blizzard spell and make Pupsicles out of those Hyenodons. And we win this battle and obtain 395 experience. A little less than 1200 gil there. And we will get more gil by opening up this treasure chest. 3,400 gil for the taking in there. Now, if you approach this treasure chest from the south, you will be forced into another battle with an Ogre Mage and Hyenodon and Ogre Chief combo again, I believe. So we'll just open this chest up from the right. Pretty funny that monsters are guarding a treasure chest with a measly staff inside. Treasure chest number 3 contains 1,520 gil. Now stepping in between these 2 treasure chests will force us into another battle with another new monster. This time we're going to fight the Sphinx. The Sphinx has 288 HP. Doesn't do much damage at all. Easily dispatched by weapons. Well, let's see if we can find the entry for the Sphinx here. And we've got 3 in a row here. I never did show you the entry for the vampire that we fought in our last episode. Its entry is number 46. Notice that the normal battle music is playing while viewing the entry. That's because the vampire will appear as a random encounter a little bit later on in the game. So you haven't fought your last vampire. Number 47 is the entry for the Ogre Mage. It will drop eye drops. And number 48 is the entry for the Sphinx. Resistant to Quake. Not that we have any Quake magic at our disposal right now. Well, it is time to line our pockets with yet more cash. There's 5,450 gil in that top chest, and the bottom chest contains 1,455 gil. Continuing to get rich here in the Cavern of Earth. Alright, well, let's do some backtracking. It's time to make our way down to the southwestern corner of this level, but we're going to have to do lots of zigzagging through corridors to get there. Okay, from here let's turn west and then south. Fought some pesky Pisco demons in that battle. Still a couple of new monsters I need to find on this floor. I've been really fortunate to not have run into those cockatrice birds that fly around on this floor. And I'm sure I'll be running into them here before too long. Okay, let's see if I'm going the right way. Let's dip down to the south here and then west again. Getting to fight lots of wraiths though. Okay, I think we're getting pretty close to our treasure chamber. We want to go north and then west and then south from here to get there, I believe. Yes, we have finally made it. Okay, here is another new enemy, a troll. I guess the troll doesn't like loud noises. I've always thought that the troll was covering its ears. At least it looked like that in the NES version of Final Fantasy I, and still looks that way here in the Dawn of Souls version. Defeating the troll will net a measly 155 experience and a little over 600 gil. And it will also net us a new entry in the bestiary, and we're nearly a quarter of the way done with our bestiary list. 23% now. The entry for the troll is number 42. And it is weak against fire. Okay, so let's go on inside here to find 3 treasure chests. Well, I should have picked that up from the south side But anyway, I got a little bit of extra experience by fighting an Ogre Mage, an Ogre Chief, and 2 Hyenodons. There's a tent in that treasure chest. Treasure chest number 2 contains a Mithril Shield, a new find for my Warrior Cloud, so I'm going to replace his old Iron Shield with that Mithril Shield and take his defense up from 48 to 52. And let's get this bat out of my way to pick up treasure chest number 3, which contains 1,250 gil. Alright, we have found all of the treasure within the Cavern of Earth, I believe. Now it is time for us to go after the root cause of the Earth's decay. So let's backtrack here and start heading north. Well, you can also fight Hill Gigas here on this 4th basement level. That was a battle with 2 of those and 2 werewolves. Almost to the staircase, I believe. Let's see, yeah, let's take this left path here. Go around the bat. And make our way up to the staircase. Lots of random encounters in a row there. Well, before we go down to the 5th basement level of the Cavern of Earth, I wanted to demonstrate one more new monster for you. I've been very fortunate not to have run into any of these at all during this trip. These are the cockatrice, and these are the very reason that I brought along all of those gold needles with me, because the cockatrice can petrify your party members with their beaks. So these can be very annoying to deal with. They only have 50 HP, so they're pretty easy to defeat with weapons. But if more than 2 or 3 appear, you might want to use a spell that can attack all of them at once, such as Vivi's Sphere spell. So let's see if I can avoid getting petrified here. So far, so good. Oof, very good. I've had 2 or 3 characters get petrified in a row before, so that's very annoying when that happens. Well, nice timing there, Vivi. You used your Fear spell when only 1 was left. The cockatrice can be found at number 45 in your bestiary list, and as luck would have it, I ran into 3 more of those on the way back to the staircase. Fortunately, I didn't get petrified though, but if one of your characters does happen to get petrified while fighting these, there is a chance that it will drop a gold needle. So there you go. Okay, well, let's go ahead and step down this set of stairs and make our way to the final basement level of the Cavern of Earth, basement level number 5, and the stench of rotting earth is even stronger down here, so let's navigate around and see if we can find where it's coming from. And from here, let's turn west a little ways and then back to the south. And there's a chamber. However, before entering this chamber, it's probably a good idea to make sure that our HP are in good working order. So let me take just a moment here to cure up all 4 of my characters, and I'll be right back. Okay, I've got all 4 of my characters freshened up back to full health there, and one change I did make was I replaced Cloud's Great Axe with the Rune Blade, a sword effective against spellcasters. So I think I'm ready to head on inside this chamber here, and doing so we will find a strange glowing orb on the ground in front of the Earth Crystal. And when we inspect the orb, a voice says, "Who speaks to me?" Uh-oh. And the orb rises, and a large, shadowy figure emerges from it. I am he who feeds on the power of Earth. I will not be disturbed by mortal men. I am the Lich, fiend of Earth. And so we're going to get to fight the first big boss battle, the first of the elemental fiends, the Fiend of Earth Lich. And the Lich is certainly no pushover. The Lich has 1,200 HP, and the Lich has an arsenal of pretty potent black magic. The Lich can use the Blazara spell, Thundara spell, and the Fira spell, I believe. In addition to that, he can use Hold, Slow and Sleep, and even Sleepra. And I think he can also haste himself up. So, could be a pretty tough boss battle here, but fortunately, he is a spellcaster, and that's the reason I put the Rune Blade on Cloud. That sword is pretty effective against spellcasters, so I'm going to have Cloud and Locke attack. I am going to have Lena use the Null Blaze spell on the party, and I'm going to use the Temper Haste trick on Cloud there. So let's get started here and see how we can do in this battle. Now before we Temper and Haste up Cloud, he's not going to do too terribly much damage with his sword there. There's the Blazara spell. I should have cast Null Frost instead of Null Blaze, but oh well. That's pretty powerful there, as you can see. Even poor Vivi down there is only left with 41 HP, so I guess I'll just go ahead and use the Cure. Yeah, let's go ahead and use Cure. That should heal him up just as well as Curaga would. Let's also go ahead and haste up Cloud there. Alright, so Cloud should do a ton of damage now. That's a little bit better, 323 points of damage, and the Lich only used a physical attack, and Cloud's Knight's Armor protected pretty well against that, so far so good. Alright, let's go ahead and have Lena cast the Aura, I guess, and let's try out that new Faraga spell against the Lich. Oh yeah, that's some pretty good damage there. 259, and Vivi does a little bit more with the Faraga spell. And Locke has been put to sleep by Sleepra. Okay, so it looks like Locke is down and out for the count for now, but that's alright. We're just going to keep plugging along here. Let's try Faraga one more time and see if we can finish this battle out in another round or two. Well, that does it right there. The Aura takes care of the Lich. The Fiend of Earth has fallen at the hands of the Light Warriors, and we get 550 experience points and 3,000 gil. And that menacing orb disappears, and the Light Warriors step forth. And the Earth Crystal is going to be re-lit. Alright. Very cool, and the Light Warriors celebrate, and relighting the Earth Crystal causes that statue back in the Earth Gift Shrine bonus dungeon to start crumbling, and the dwarf in there is pretty amazed by that. So we now have access to the Earth Gift Shrine, and looking in our menu we see that the Earth Crystal has been relit. So we have completed the objective of relighting the first crystal. 1 down, 3 to go. We still have the Fire Crystal, the Water Crystal, and the Wind Crystal to relight, but we've made some progress there. And that's going to be all the time we're going to have for this episode of Let's Play Final Fantasy I. Thank you very much for watching today, everyone. This has been Vortex, your host. Have yourself a great day, and we'll see you again next time.